The umpire moves to the circle, picks the football up, signals to the timekeepers. The siren sounds and we're underway. Final quarter of the qualifying final 2006. The ball goes in the air. Ruckman go at it. Dorber, clear tap down. Harding runs onto the footy. Friars runs through from the defensive side of the square. Can't pick it up. Kick off the ground by Reisinger. Gets it towards the middle. Player tackle without the football. No, said the umpire. Now it stacks on the mill. And the umpire will move in and have a bounce. Geelong 11-5 were trailing Melbourne just 12-8. Hawthorn 6-12 were leading the Kangaroos 4-8. As the ball now still inside the centre square, almost centre half forward for North Geelong, kicking to the northern end in this final quarter. Clark fed the handball out after picking up the crumb. Fries again attacks the footy, picked up Habib, little kick out wide, has found Alford. Can he control the footy? Just picks it up, turns around, kicks it inboard, looking for a lead at full forward. Burley attacks the footy. He can't get it. Dorber does. Handball backwards to Lewis. And Bannockburn out of trouble again through Lewis. Only as far as Friars, who's sitting back on centre wing and takes the defensive mark. He finds Barnett at centre half forward. I would have thought maybe played on. Now he's called to play on as he kicks it around the body. Elzinger also back on the ground. So good to see that the players that were slightly injured in that quarter are back. Elzinger, I don't know about that kick though. He's looked for Allsop. He threw the ball backwards. Umpire said it's okay. Kennedy around the body, looking for Rowe. Can't control the in fact, the ball is out of bounds on the full. Between half-back flank and back pocket for the Bannockburn side, as the ball now picked up in defence, and Bannockburn with the free kick able to relieve the pressure. Michael Rowe stands the mark. As the ball now comes back towards half-back, the big long kick towards half-back, numbers with North Geelong. Broome in the middle of the pack, picks up the crumbs. Elzinger puts him over after he gets rid of the football, but Bannockburn get the ball to, that was Perkins. He goes long to full forward. Oh, Shaw again. He's edged. Poor old Darren Matheson. He's suggesting the umpire that he got edged out.
Oh, I don't think so. Not that time.
I think Clinton Shaw is just too big, too strong, and he's having one of those days. He's already kicked 6, and now with 2 minutes into the final quarter, the opportunity for goal number 7. Man on the mark, 25 metres out, directly in front. Shaw moves in. And they're the ones you missed, Dale. He's hooked it a long way to the left-hand side. But it is the first score of the final quarter. 19-13, 127 Bannockburn. 9-5-59 North Geelong. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 3 minutes gone.
Ball will be brought back into play. Kick straight down the ground, looking for Swinnerson, but it's picked off by Reek, and who goes a goal. And unfortunately for Chris Reek, he misses to the right-hand side. So Chris Reek kicks Bannockburn's 14th points for the afternoon, 19 goals, 14. They now lead, well in front of North Geelong, 9 goals, 5.
You've got to nail those goals though, Smithy.
Yeah, especially at this stage of the game.
Yep.
McDermott brings the ball back into play, goes wide, outside 50. Broome sneaks in front of the pack, takes a mark in front of Angelkovic. So Aaron Broome goes back, has a chance to put Bannockburn back deep into a scoring attack. Shaw making little movement up forward, goes over the top. Farr's made to present himself up the ground and takes a mark, 35 metres out, just off the centre of the course of the ground.
Jason Habib's suggesting to the defenders, where is your man?
So Nick Farr, opportunity here. Will kick from 40. Comes in, crosses over the 50-metre line. Ball's on the way. Won't make the distance. Going to fall on the point of the square. Matty King's in front. Takes a strong mark. So King to relieve some pressure now. Goes wide out to the boundary line. Habib's pushed to the back pocket. Takes a mark. Jason Habib has Hardman working down the ground and Djokovic inside him. Jason Habib now goes longer. Looking towards the centre wing. Fries has made position there. Over the top, Dorber knocks the ball to the ground. Comes to the front of the pack. Hardman can't pick the ball up. Does by Angelkovic. Goes by hand. Looks for and finds Barnett. He finds Fries, who picks the ball up. Handballs back now, going to Barnett again. Comes across the centre of the ground. Michael Rowe in front of Reek. Reek taps the ball forward. Cleaned up in front by Elzinger. Elzinger back towards the centre of the square. Has Reece Norris there, who's made good position. So Reece Norris goes quickly now by foot. Has Smith Allsop working down the ground further. Goes over the top and has rolled through. But it's been touched. So a behind to Reece Norris. And that will be North Geelong's 5th or 6th behind. That takes them to 9 goals 6. They still trail Bannockburn. Ball's come back into play quickly. Goes to Harding. Finds Broom just short of the centre. Now comes towards centre wing. Goes over the top. Has Perkins. Knocks the ball forward. Unfortunately for Far. Can't pick the ball up. Perkins and Nolan it is. Works hard at ground level. But the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. So we're back towards the broadcast end of the ground.
Here down the line, Geelong 5 points in front.
Oh, hello. Ball goes up. Dorber and Angelkovic. Tapped forward by Angelkovic. Picked up by Nolan. Goes around the corner. Broom's the only one there. Takes a good strong mark. Goes on with the play. Kicks towards, comes towards the centre ground. Goes forward. No, I don't know where he's going to, but he's found Barnett of North Geelong. Barnett has the ball now, just inside 50 metres. Comes out towards the centre wing. Has Alford finding space by himself. 20 yards in the clear. Now has the ball. Steadies. Carries the ball very slowly, but now gets the kick going forward. This time looking for, unfortunately for Michael Rowe, can't take the mark. Has support there. And the far side by Fitzsimmons. Rowe comes in to assist again. Ball near the boundary line. Well played, Michael Rowe. Gets the ball quickly back towards centre half forward. Picked up by Dorber the ruckman. Plays on. Kicks over his shoulder. Broom and Hardman in possession there. Unfortunately, Hardman's hit the ground pretty hard. Still there, but the ball's come underneath the players in the centre of the ground. Damien Clark now has possession. Has the ball. Can't get a feed out. Unfortunately, the umpire says now he's been pinged for holding the ball. Play's gone on. Elzinga runs inside 50, goes long on goal, and Troy Elzinga has kicked the goal for the North Geelong side. So Troy Elzinga, his first goal for the afternoon, takes North Geelong to 10 goals, 666. They trail Bannockburn 19-14, 126.
I think what the hell are the Angels behind us, mate? Rolling up the motorbikes.
And Lee Hardman came down very heavily after
very
that
hard.
marking attempt, and he's still on the ground. Trainers have now got him up. Might have maybe winded perhaps. So almost 7 minutes gone, final quarter, and as you said, Laurie, Bannockburn wouldn't need to keep the pressure off. I suppose that missed goal from Shaw might have taken a bit of the pressure off.
Yeah.
But back in the middle. Tap down, goes to Elzinga for North Geelong. Kicks it high, wide and handsome. Half forward flank, Alford in front. Can't take the mark. Lewis from behind. Affects the spoil. Gets back to pick up the crumbs. Finds Harding on centre wing. Ball doesn't bounce kindly for Harding or for Barnett. But Harding gets back, picks it up and finds Wishart on centre wing with a lovely kick, a lovely lead. And Wishart took the mark. Wishart now kicks it long towards half forward flank. Numbers there with Bannockburn far in front. Comes to Broom. He's tackled. Drops the football in the opinion of the umpire. And free kick to Troy Elzinga. Right across the ground. Finds King. King now for North. Relieves the pressure with a long kick from defence at 50. Goes towards centre wing. Fairly ordinary attempt at mark there by Kennedy. It's been picked up there for Bannockburn by Watts. Watts has had 2 bounces. He's had 3. Runs to 50.
What about
He's
some
in trouble.
Shannon?
He's run now far too far. And, well, why would you not look for a teammate up the ground? Individual efforts like that, they look spectacular, but it doesn't do the team any good.
Not at all.
So now the free kick has gone to Habib in the defensive 50, plays on to Elzinga. Elzinga to centre wing.
Great mark
by Perkins. And at the 8.5 minute mark of the final quarter, 19-14 leads 10-6 Bannockburn in front.
Perkins handballs back, says Harding running around behind him. He goes forward on his left foot. Unfortunately, Elzinga comes out and intercepts the play. Now goes longer for North Geelong, trying to find Michael Rowe. Oh, good pick up from Michael Rowe on the half volley. Stops and props. Tackled by Reek. Gets the handball off to Barnett. Barnett goes forward this time, and Smith has presented again towards the centre half forward position, and Paul Smith with the opportunity here to kick North Geelong's 11th goal, and is a great opportunity here from this position. I think he kicked 2 here in the second quarter, I think, from the same position. So Paul Smith,
4.
probably been one of the only players from North Geelong, I think, that had a consistent game. So Paul Smith to finish off his good work over 3 quarters. Has a chance to bring up his 4th, as Laurie said. From 25, 30 metres out, Paul Smith comes in, kicks on the way. Looks pretty good off the boot.
It's
and it's straight through the goals. And that's Paul Smith's 4th goal for the afternoon. North Geelong's 11th. They move to 11 goals, 672, trailing the Bannockburn side 19-14, 126.
Yeah, well, this is important in the context that they could play again, couldn't they? During you would probably not, but you've got to keep fighting the game right out to the finish.
Yep, yeah, no, that's what I said. Laurie, as I said, there's got obviously they've got a chance to play again next week, but I'm sure they'd love to have another crack at this side in the following weeks to come.
So 22 minutes in the last quarter, Cardinia Park scores level. As the ball now tapped down by both Ruckman to Habib. He tries to break a tackle, can't get away. Handball to Alfred. Alfred also tackled immediately, and the umpire has called for the ball. And 10 minutes gone, final quarter. 2-0 in North's favour at this stage. And Djokovic tapped the ball forward. Bannockburn through Clark, push it out wide. Now Watts does well. There he needs to get the ball on the boot. He does on the right foot, looking for and finding Shaw, who's come a long way from the full forward position, but has taken the mark outside 50. Kicks it long towards the head of the goal square. That's where it's got to go. Oh, great mark there by Farr. Just far too strong for Joey McDermott.
Far too good.
I think the day might be done for Clinton Shaw and the rotation as he comes off the ground. But the opportunity for Nick Farr, who's kicked 3. Man on the mark is 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, and a golden opportunity here for Nick Farr as he moves in. And good looking kick from Farr, drifted back to the middle and right through for his 4th goal. And that's perhaps the steadier that Bannockburn needed early in this last quarter. 20-14, 134. They lead North Geelong 11-6-72. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 11.5 minutes gone.
Well, when you look at those two players, that's probably the difference in the two sides. Centre half forward and a full forward. They've kicked, 10 goals between them, and it gives you an avenue of attack as well, and both got a lovely pair of hands.
And Woods off the other half forward flank or a floating forwards, kicked another 4, so it's a pretty good combination they got there with O'Shannessy as well. So Bannockburn now, balls back in the centre of the ground. Dorber and Djokovic have done it most of the day. It's tapped down here, just marginally by Dorber, picked up by Hardman, well done, bursts through the pack, goes onto his natural side, kicks the ball forward, looking for, but unfortunately Fitzsimmons is out, marked by young Jamie Van Ingen. Van Ingen now comes wide, has Watts, who's made position 20 metres up the ground. Brad Watts, just short of centre wing, still in that North Geelong attacking side of the ground. Goes short again, it's not a good looking kick, but Woods slips in front of Hardman and punches the ball over the boundary line. And we'll have the ball thrown back into play. 12 and a half minutes almost gone. Last quarter.
He's a good little player, Watts, but if you had to have some criticism, Loz, his decision-making at times leaves a bit to be desired.
Puts himself under a little bit of pressure too.
Yeah.
Ball thrown back into play. The ball comes over the top and Broome cleans up. Goes towards the centre of the ground. Farr presents up, but Barnett going the other way. Does well. Picks the ball up. Gets around Wishart, who works hard to tackle him. Gets the ball onto the boot. It's high up into the air. Habib plants himself under it. Broome over the top, but Jason Habib takes a good strong mark. True centre position on the ground. Jason Habib goes short over the top. Has Fitzsimmons working up the ground. He takes a night mark. Just on 50. Plays on. Kick smothered by Van Ingen off the boot. Fitzsimmons does well. Picks up the ball. Runs to 35. Kicks the ball on goal. And it's off to the left-hand side. So good play by Fitzsimmons. Wasn't rewarded by a good result. But nevertheless, that moves North Geelong along to 11-7. They trail Bannockburn 20-14. And again, just over 13 minutes gone last quarter. Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard.
So it's Burley to kick in for Bannockburn. Decides to go long. Oh, it's a dangerous kick. And, some of their decision-making from both sides in the kicking in hasn't been good because he's kicked it straight into the arms of Troy Elzinga, who is inside forward 50 and an opportunity to increase the score. And I reckon when you're 9 goals behind, Laurie, I wouldn't be walking back as if you've got another 3 months to kick it.
No, a bit of urgency could do, wouldn't it?
Oh, goodness me. So Elzinga moves in, having a shot for goal. It's a lovely kick off the boot, and that's right through the middle. That's his 2nd goal, Troy Elzinga, and another goal to the North Geelong side. 12 goals, 779 North, but they'll trail Bannockburn 20-14, 134. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes gone.
Well, he's tried hard, Elzinga. I've been doing his stats. He's had 20 kicks and kicked a couple of goals, so he's been a good try for the North Geelong side. But look, both these sides have to run this game out. I mean, let's get real. They've got to play Thompson. They haven't been beat all year, so if they think they've done well today, get real.
Michael Rowe coming to the bench with Brad Scown coming on.
Whoa, Scown, he must have done something right.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. Ruckman go at it again. Dorber over the top, wins the ball down. Tap forward. Oh, couldn't believe that. But anyway, umpire says that was a throw.
And 50, is it?
Nah, just pointing to the point of where he's going to have the free kick. So Djokovic now wins the free kick. And Djokovic goes short, sees Hardman pushing down the ground. He traps the ball nicely on his right foot, goes wide looking for Habib. Habib takes a mark in front of Reek. So Jason Bibb just on the 50-metre zone. Half forward line, goes short again, looking for Smith, unfortunately just short of him, kicked off the ground by Hinchcliffe, doesn't travel too far, picked up by Norris, but he doesn't do much with the ball then. It goes back to Duncan, on handball goes to Hinchcliffe, who drives the ball to centre wing, and Troy Elzinger kicks the ball, finds the ball and kicks the ball laterally, finds Matheson in the centre of the ground, he goes short, has Hardman and Alford both there together. He now runs towards the centre of the ground, kicks the ball out towards the half-forward line. Allsop in pursuit. Lewis is there with him. Allsop knocks the ball forward, and the ball will find itself over the boundary line, just outside 50. North Geelong, again, back in attack.
So Allsop reckoned that was as close as he could get. He had 2 against him.
I think it was probably a good choice there by Allsop. So we've just gone, just over 15 minutes gone. Ball's been thrown back into play. Matthew Lewis wins possession from that contest, kicks forward. Wood straps the ball very well. Has a handball over the top, has Harding running by. Shepherd there by Clark, and Harding goes forward to the half-forward line. Nick Farr presents well in front of McDermott. A free kick's been awarded here to Nick Farr for in the back, and Nick Farr will take the free kick. Outside 50, goes short, has Reginald leading up the ground in front of Swinnerson, picks the ball up in the half volley, twists inside, has now time to steady, goes towards the goal square, there's no one down there, and the ball's now inside the 10 minute square, outside the 10 minute square, picked up there by Barnett, goes by hands to Nolan. He looks towards Adjovic, but it's gone over the top, and James Wishart takes a mark. Broome now runs onto the ball, has the handball from him, goes short. Woods presents just on the 50-metre zone, and he takes the mark. So Alistair Woods, 15 metres out, probably a good kick to get it to the goal square. He's gone short, has someone coming forward in Perkins, and Dean Perkins now takes the mark 25 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Drawn game skill stadium, I believe.
So that won't do Geelong's chances any good
No,
at all.
it won't do them any good at that. They need to win.
Yes.
They've made a good comeback now. They were getting thrashed there at one stage.
So Dean Perkins.
Does that help at all?
25 metres out. We're right behind the flight of the ball here. So comes in. Shot on goal. Starts right and comes back. I think it's come inside.
For a point.
Oh, I tell you what. We had a pretty good angle on that.
Must have gone around the back of the post, Derek.
Yeah, it did.
Jeez, Laurie.
Didn't you see the bit of white? No, I didn't. I'm only joking. I thought it was a goal.
2015, 135, Bannockburn, 12-7-79, North Geelong, Wackley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 17.5 minutes gone as the kick-in came to McDermott. He goes long to centre wing. Alford takes the mark at full tilt and just inside the boundary. Just now decide to come inboard. Now kicks long along the boundary line for North, up high. Friars, great mark. And all of a sudden, finding a little bit of form, some of the North Geelong players back into the corridor. That was a poor choice. Harding took the defensive mark over the top to Woods. He comes to the lead there in the middle of the ground as Clark. Clark now has Woods running, accepts a handball. Woods gets past a tackle, gets past the second one, has a bounce. Now he gets the ball to foot. The lead has come there from... well, it was Reek. Can he do any better this time? Doesn't want to kick it. Handball to Perkins out wide. Perkins with
he's kicked this one.
Well, he's kicked the check side as he runs into the open goal. And Dean Perkins, if the last one wasn't, that one certainly was. And great goal to Perkins for Bannockburn. 21 goals, 15, 141 Bannockburn. Lead North Geelong 12-7-79, Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Final quarter scoreboard, 18.5 minutes gone.
Well, I think it's party time, isn't it?
Looks like it when you do things like that.
That was a great goal, and these youngsters, they practice that at training, run in and do those sort of kicks, so good work, and they're going on their merry way now.
So, 19 minutes gone, Dale, over to you.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. Post ruckman again, doing battle. Ball to be thrown in the air. Thrown there now. Both in there. Back to forward by Dorber. Harding running through, can't pick the ball up, but Wishart's second in line. He's having trouble picking up the ball with pressure from Elzinger. Support comes in from Zitko, he's just come back on the ground. Harding again wins possession, tries to feed the ball backwards, and Jelkovic runs on the ball. Good play from the big fella. Picks the ball up nicely, delivers the ball 50 metres down the ground, looking for Smith. He's being held by Booley, and Paul Smith for the North Geelong side has another shot on goal from a similar position to his last. And Paul Smith would be going for goal number 5 for himself. And North Geelong's 13th. He's about 25 to 30 metres out. Good side here for the left footer.
14 goals, 10.94 apiece at Skill Stadium.
So Paul Smith, again, we've got a good line on the ball here. Comes in, kicks the ball, looks very nice off the middle of the boot, and that's gone straight through the middle of the goal. So Paul Smith has his 5th goal for the afternoon, and North Geelong's 13th. They move to 13 goals 7. They trail Bannockburn 21 goals 15, and we've gone to now 20 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Laurie, it's important for North. They're going to go in now to a first semi-final next week, that they've got someone like Paul Smith in a bit of touch.
Yeah, certainly, and he's probably showed them that he can play that position and play it well, and they can train around those sort of things and work on it, because that's where they've probably fallen down the last few weeks.
I've probably got to say, to Bannockburn's defence, Daniel Gibbs is headed to the showers. They haven't been able to stop the blood from his nose, and he's missing out of that defensive half, isn't he?
Yes, he is. So it's good signs there for the Bannockburn side. So the ball's been thrown back into play, and it's gone to the half-forward line for North Geelong. Elzinga ran onto the ball, handball over the top to Norris. Norris has another shot on goal, and Reece Norris has kicked a goal for the North Geelong side. So a good bit of play there from Reece Norris. A nice finish to a good bit of play, and that moves the North Geelong side along to 14 goals 7. They trail Bannockburn 21-15. And that's probably 2 goals in a minute now there to the North Geelong side again.
And this is the sort of thing that when you're playing footy, you don't want to be able to give the opposition. They can walk away from the day and say, we've had a dirty day today. We run over top of Bannockburn in the finish, and you just don't give any ammunition, and Bannockburn must run this game right out to the finish.
So the ball back with the umpire, 21.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Sting certainly gone out of the game, but as the boys are indicating, North Geelong playing the game right out as the umpire moves to the circle. Puts the ball in the air once again. Dorber up high, tap down. Elzinga at the drop of the footy, can't control it. Now the ball tapped through the legs to Alford. Over the top, finds Habib. Habib gets the ball to the foot, goes towards half forward. Zitko in the middle of the pack, maybe.
He's taken one.
Well, his umpire called play on, then he blew the whistle. In fact, it's not Zitko, it's Fitzsimmons. And a good mark there in the middle of 2 opponents. So Fitzsimmons. Another goal might give North some sort of hope, Laurie, at the 22-minute mark. But Derek Fitzsimmons had a pretty fair day. He's kicked 3-2.
A little bit hot and cold, but
yes.
done a good job.
Man on the mark's 40 metres out, and Fitzsimmons, with the aid of whatever bruise there is, moves in. Lovely kick off the boot. It's gone left by a fair margin, and it is a behind. 3 goals 3 to Derek Fitzsimmons, and 14 goals 8.92 to North Geelong. 21-15, 141 Bannockburn. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone. Kick in has come to Campbell. Campbell takes the mark at centre half back, straight down the corridor. Gee, a nest of North Geelong players there. Barnett dropped the mark, picked up the crumb by Angelkovic, over the top to Scown, eludes one tackle, eludes a second. Trying to get the ball to the boot, he finally does, but I'm not too sure whether he's picking out somebody in the crowd. It is out of bounds on the full, looking for Shane Allsop, I think, but a very wide kick. And Robbie Giles, who has played a fair game on Allsop, as the free kick goes wide to half-back flank. Off hands, players, I think players both sides, more than happy to see the siren, Laurie.
Yeah, I think so,
it's a big ground, it's a big occasion. And I think there's a few starting to show some signs of wear at the 23.5 minute mark of the final quarter. Ball thrown in, half forward flank for North Geelong. Bannockburn in defence. Can they pick it up? Campbell does well. Handball, I'm not too sure whether it's to advantage. It gets it to Wishart. Woods running on. He's made it pretty good. He gets out into the open. Now he picks the footy up. Handball over the top to Watts. Decides to run. He kicks this time. That's a lovely kick, and found Harding, who's found some space on centre wing. And he's had a very good day. Brett Harding made the trip from Queensland well worthwhile, I'd suggest, as he's played a very fine game. Now he's called to play on by the umpire. It's just a little chip pass. A terrible kick, terrible performance there from the Bannockburn side, as so Frigga, lucky the umpire picked it up. It was right in front of us, and the handball had gone, and it was Chris Nolan. Just hooked him round the neck, and free kick has gone to Harding once again. I don't think it was against Harding, actually. He decides to go long this time, and it is towards half forward. Oh, the North Geelong players collide with one another. Picked up by Perkins. Goes towards full forward. Far. Drops the mark. Can he come back on it? It's a foot race between he and McDermott. McDermott gets some support there. And it's Zitko away up in the defensive half. Hooks it around the body. Finds Angelkovic inside defensive 50. Hooks it over to Barnett. Barnett. Handball over to Habib. Habib out wide for North Geelong and finds Scown. Still only centre wing. But North Geelong moving forward as we tick past 25 minutes into time on. But the kick from Scown has been cut off there by Duncan at centre half back.
He goes wider and finds Campbell just sort of centre wing. Campbell now slows play down. Now he moves the ball forward, going along the boundary line. Dorber's made good position along the boundary line and takes a mark in front of Angelkovic. These two blokes have done a pretty good job today in a big ground, the two big fellas. So Dorber now hands the ball off, has Wishart in support. He goes onto his left side, has Perkins moving along to the half-forward line, takes a mark. Lewis is pushed up from the half-back line, takes a mark, is confronted by a bib, and he'll stop now, Matthew Lewis, and go back like his brother. He's a good kick, Matthew Lewis, and well within range, I would think, here.
Well, that was a good example of what Bannockburn have done all day.
Yeah,
I mean, he ran
exactly.
100 metres nearly to get in the spot to take that ball. And if you're prepared to run in this ground and make position for your opposition.
So Matthew Lewis has got a lot of height on the ball. It's going to hit in the goal square. Nick Farr has taken a mark over Joe McDermott right in the centre of the goal square. So Nick Farr will go back and he'll have a shot for his 5th goal for the afternoon.
He doesn't have to kick this far, does he? He's only three metres out.
Dear, oh dear.
Nick Farr just chips the ball back over the umpire's head for his 5th goal of the afternoon. Bannockburn move to 22 goals 15. They lead North Geelong 14 goals 8. And 26 and a half minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Well, Nick's had 14 kicks, 4 handballs and 4 goals, so it's a pretty good performance from centre half forward.
And I suppose, Laurie, 5 goals to 3 with a bit of breeze blowing up. We thought there was an advantage to the northern end in the third quarter, and for Bannockburn to hold North to 5 and kick 3 against it themselves, I suppose, whilst as a coach I wouldn't be comfortable, but you'd be satisfied.
Yeah, I think you'd be satisfied. I think they know this has been one from 30 minutes out from here.
From the tap down, it went from Dorber to Harding, over to Broome. Goodness gracious, how many times we said that today. Now towards Perkins. Oh, surely that's a free kick. Perkins got ridden right into the ground in the marking contest, but no, said the umpire. And Bannockburn take it to the boundary line, just outside where the 50-metre arc meets the boundary. So 27 and a half minutes gone. 14 goals, 8 North Geelong trail Bannockburn 22-15.
Ball thrown back into play and Djokovic wins the tap. Dorber knocks the ball forward though. Elzinger's there in the hole, picks the ball up. It's a high kick heading back towards the boundary line. It might be too wide, I think, and it has. It's gone out of bounds on the full outside the 50-metre zone, and the free kick to be taken by Harding. So Harding at the 27th, nearly 28th minute mark in the last quarter.
He's had enough kicks, Laurie, now he's getting freebies.
He's had 29 kicks.
Had a very good day.
I think he's been a real bonus to be able to come back into this side after the last couple. I suppose when I think they had 5 inclusions on Thursday night. 6 was Colliger, but who pulled out before the game, so they're doing pretty well. So Harding now has the ball. It's been retrieved from beyond the fence. Harding has Perkins moving, and Wishart. Perkins is the option. Good kick there and a good mark in front of Nolan. So Perkins now 45 metres out from goal still. Has the opportunity to put it back into a scoring position for the Bannockburn
Woods
side.
is in the middle here on his own.
Woods goes sideways, has Woods, finds him now. Woods now short again, has Resinger pushing forward in front of Swennerson. Still probably outside his distance. Well, the umpire's taking him back about 10. I don't know whether it was that far out, but he's gone from about 45 out to 35 out now. So maybe an opportunity here for the Bannockburn side, and Resinger has Watts pushing forward. Dave Resinger comes in. Kicks on goal, it's on its way, it's going to hit to the goal square, over the back, it's gone through the player's hands and through for a behind to Dave Resinger. It's his first score for the afternoon. Bannockburn 22 goals 16. They lead North Geelong 14-8. Matthew King brings the ball back into play quickly, has Matheson short. One of his few touches of the afternoon, he goes wide, finds a bib. Still deep in the back pocket, he goes back towards the goal square, and King has the ball again back inside the goal square. Goes back to a bib. Now they've got the ball. Habib runs forward, gets to the half-back line, goes towards centre wing. Up the ground comes Scown. Unfortunately, goes over the top. Lewis is behind him. Is content to see the ball over the boundary line, true centre wing. We've gone now 29 and a half minutes.
Hard to see the value in chipping the ball around the back line when you're 9 goals behind, Loz.
No, I won't make any comment. I'm foreign to that sort of game.
So in the throw in on centre wing comes down to Lewis. Lewis now across the ground for Bannockburn. On his own there is Watts, but making good ground is Michael Rowe, one of his rare touches for the day. Kicks it back across the ground looking for Scown. Good defensive work for Bannockburn. Sees Lewis, he came up with it but lost it to Barnett. Handball over the top to Zitko. Zitko, he goes back to Scown. They go towards centre half forward. Alford can't take the mark but does tap it forward into the path of Barnett. Barnett over to Alford. Alford now on the left foot. Terrible kick. Intercepted there by Watts. Got Clark on his own on the centre wing. No one within a mile of him. Takes the mark. What'll he do? Chip it? No, he's going to run. Then kick it long. Well, doesn't kick it too well, but does find Harding. Harding now sees the lead, and once again Chris Nolan has given away a stupid free kick, and surely the coach would look at that sort of stuff. Laurie, that's 2 in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
And it doesn't do the team morale any good at all. So Dean Perkins gets the relayed free kick there, and he is the man on the marks on 50. So I doubt that he could kick the distance. He's got Far making a move for him and decides to honour that lead as Far too good for...
You're doing it too, Eric. I knew we'd get you into it.
And the umpire doesn't allow him to play on as he attempted to do. He was setting the mark, so had blown time off. So the ball will come back to Nick Farr, and he's had a very presentable game too.
I've got him here for 5 goals, is that right?
You're exactly right. Yeah. The opportunity, I think this is almost the impossible pocket to kick a goal at St Albans.
This is definitely the hardest. I won't say impossible.
And he had Watts coming through the left footer, handballed it inboard, but Watts, not equal to the task, has missed to the right-hand side. Another behind to the Bannockburn side. 22-17, 149 as the siren sounds to end the qualifying.